Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Decimation. What happened after the House of M crossover, which that crossover was awesome. I really liked it. And then we got Decimation, and oh boy, I really didn't like it. Like I was coming off that high, thinking to myself, they totally knocked it out of the park. And then everything that transpired afterwards, for a while, it was a pretty rough ride. With a couple of exceptions. Actually, I have a video about one really good Decimation story, but mostly in the whole 198 mutants and stuff. Oh man, I really didn't like it. Oh, they really pissed me off. And today we're going to cover X-Men 177 because it sort of sets the stage for Decimation. That again, oh, it was just terrible. Getting into reading X-Men comic books and stuff, like just stay away from this era and Chuck Austin. Oh boy, it was a rough ride. Maybe Peter Milligan stuff, like it may vary your taste, or it's very subjective. At least for me, I didn't like it. Peter Milligan stuff. Salvador la Roca's art is fantastic. I do really like his art, but I always associate his art with so many bad stories, like for some reason. So after the House of M, Scarlet Witch said no more mutants. A ton of mutants got depowered, and so a group of Sentinels have arrived to the X Mansion to protect them, but no one tells the X-Men. Like, no one had the idea of sending them an email or something like that. So we get this battle between the X-Men and the Sentinels, where the Sentinels just don't explain what they're themselves, and the X-Men are totally flipping out with the whole situation. It just doesn't really make any sense because government sanctioned, and they're there to protect them, but they're shooting at them. It just feels really sloppy. And again, it's like they could have just called them and say, "Hey, we're gonna send a bunch of Sentinels your way." No, we don't want to. Well, it's not your decision. But we get this whole situation. No one understands what's going on. We're discovering that Iceman's powers are sort of on the fritz. He thinks he's been depowered, but actually he wasn't. But we have Polaris, who her powers are gone. She can't use them anymore. Um, and I love this particular costume of hers. She really reminds me of that character from that vampire. No, it's Succuba's character from that Capcom fighting game, Night Stalkers, or something like that. A Morgan or something like that. I think her name was. But as the story progresses, we have the X-Men having to deal with this. In the background, we have the group, this villain that they're trying to build up called the Leper Queen. That she's an angry human. Her face is messed up. She hates mutants, and they really build her up. And then we get zero payoff. She's killed almost immediately. And also, when they bring her back, they also kill her. Like we never got anything good from this character, who had some promise. So, and there's just one moment that just doesn't make sense. So the X-Men are fighting against the Sentinels. At least you get some good action, but there's one moment like where Polaris is standing under a Sentinel, and the Sentinel just grabs her and throws her into trees. Like she's not even attacking her. Like they're supposed to protect her, and she falls and she discovers Val Cooper with a bunch of soldiers. Like, hey, we're here. We're good guys. Like, what, the Sentinel threw her into the trees so that they could tell her that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And another thing is the absurd. I had forgotten the absurd amount of advertisement that comics would have. So I'm gonna leave this video here. Hope you guys liked it. At least this part of Decimation with the X-Men and the whole depowering of mutants, just at least it wasn't my cup of tea. It's not as bad as Chuck Austin's stuff, but man, there's some really weird decisions. So see you guys next time. Bye.